So I'm just here to talk about the biggest mistakes I have made in college, and generally, I think it's quite underrated because a lot of people don't talk about this. But I think a lot of the times people think they could just focus on two things: their academics and their fitness, or their academics or another area in their life, like social life or just social life or romantic life. Either way, I think it's a big mistake to just focus on a couple of things and not be able to have that multi-dimensionality. I think this is the biggest issue of people, um, in general, and I'm a big victim of this. Like I have made that mistake, and I think a lot of people are in the same boat. I would say a lot of people have different things they have focused on throughout college. Most people generally, focus on the social aspect, but for me, it's a bit different. I was focused more on the physical and the academic aspect. So I'm just here to say that it could be a great thing to focus on these things, but you'll be missing out on other parts of your life, and at some point, it's going to catch up to you. And if you feel a sense of something, you have like a sense of yourself lacking in something, it's a sign that you haven't really tried that part of your life yet. So for me, I believed that if I just focus on school and get a good job and get in shape, I'll get a lot of women. People will come to me. I will be able to be respected. People would admire me, and everything will just fall into place, right? But that is not the case. Like, don't get me wrong. Being in shape definitely helps with people treat you differently. You get more respect. Women do tend to look at you more, or at least be more comfortable around you. But it is not enough. Like, you're not going to be able to, um, if you don't have the social skills or the ability to talk to people in general, if you don't practice that, you're just you're not really going to be able to be in a situation that you want to be or you thought you could have been. And what do I mean by that? I mean, like, for example, you haven't practiced yourself, practice putting yourself in a situation where you're taking risks, right? Especially social risks. So if you really want to improve your social skills, I believe a lot of it has to do with confidence. And if you're lacking in that, there is no point of like being in shape or being able to have money is not going to save it. And that's why I realized. I realized that this has been the biggest problem with me and the biggest mistake I've made in college. And to this day, I realized that all I can do is just go forward and focus on what I can do right now. But the college is actually the best time to build that skill. If you think about it, you're around people that are your age. You're basically in a there's a lot of students that are your age you can connect to, you can talk to. There's a lot of people out there. You can try to go and approach them, talk to them. And this is the hardest part, I'd say, is when you talk to people and you want to initiate something, you're going to have to go through a series of people ghosting you and rejecting you and saying no to you. And this is something that, you need to build that endurance. You need to be able to handle that. And that's a skill in itself. And this is something I think people and some people just kind of struggle with. It's being able to handle being told no. And I've been one of these people. And I realized that for me, the whole time, it wasn't because I was afraid of talking to people. It's more because of I was afraid of how I would react. And I think this is the biggest problem for me. You see, it's not about confidence or just be confident, just talk to people. Because to be able to do that, you need to know how to handle being told no and carry on and move forward in spite of it. And do this over and over and over again until you eventually are in a position where you have connections, you have a friend, or you have a relationship. Like, this is the biggest skill, I think, for me that I need to improve on. And I would say this is something that people need to actually build because I think a lot of people have this problem, maybe in different areas of their life, but I think it's a very common issue. Like, I think some people just cannot handle being told no. And the reason, and because of that, they are not where they really want to be. And this is the problem. See, if you really want to get far in life and take more risks and be more confident and bold. You do need to put yourself out there more, and you do need to actually risk yourself being rejected and being told no quite often. And it's going to happen. You're going to get rejected. You're going to fail at something if you try. That is just how it is. So I think the biggest thing about confidence at the end of the day is comes to learning how to handle that. And if you can handle that, I think everything just follows. I think it's just a domino effect at that point, and everything else is just easy to build from there. Once you get over that hump. But until then, that is the biggest thing in your life that's getting in your way. It's not, oh, I'm not trying hard enough. Oh, I'm not confident enough. Oh, I'm just lazy. No, it's that specific part of yourself. The fact that you're afraid of people saying no to you, or that girl that you loved and you were in love with rejected you, those things are the things that are holding you back. How to handle that, how to move on when the worst comes worse and they say no, how to handle that, how to move on, how to do it over and over again. That is something that you need to get good at doing. Otherwise, you're just going to stay stuck and you're never going to move forward.